Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been really long since I filmed a video, but I finally have my mic. So today I created this everyday makeup look. It's very wearable and it's quite easy to do. So keep watching if you want to see how I did this. So first I'm gonna tie my hair to get it out of my way. I recently, like 10 minutes ago, I did my brows, so if it's like a bit red, just ignore that. Another thing is I already moisturized my face, so make sure you do that before you start the tutorial, and leave it in for a while before you do your makeup, just so your skin can absorb it. First thing is I'm going to be using my aloe vera gel as primer because I still want like a bit of dew on my skin. So that's what I do first. If I keep looking like to the side, it's because my mirror is over here. So yeah. Guys, this quarantine and like this corona thing is just so scary. Like, my parents keep asking me if I don't want to just come home, and like I do obviously, but I'm so afraid that I can't come back because apparently my visa can get revoked, and then I missed the whole year of university. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to just put like 2 stripes on my cheeks and then on my nose and my forehead. But before I go and buff it in, I'm going to add more aloe vera gel. So it's like to dilute it so it's more like a BB cream or whatever. So I just do this because I feel like, yeah, you can use a BB cream, but like I feel aloe vera makes your skin more glowy and it doesn't change the color of your foundation just because it's clear, you know. So just making sure that's spread. And then I'm gonna go in with my buffing brush. It's dirty, do not come for me, just leave me alone. Okay, and then just gonna buff that into the skin. So basically the only reason I'm doing this is just so that my skin is more even toned, because my cheeks are really light and my forehead is dark, so it's not really ideal to not wear foundation. I mean, I can wear like not wear foundation, but then I'll like wear concealer or something. I put way too much aloe vera gel. Oh well, so gotta work with it. So how did you look like Casper? Yeah, okay, just blend it into your neck and then go in with your beauty blender. I know most people use damn beauty blenders. I'm not one of those people. Like, I've tried it and it like moves my foundation way too much. Also, like, I know that if you wet your beauty blender, then you can get mold that grows in it and then you have to throw it away. So I don't get why you have to wet it because your foundation's already wet. So that doesn't make sense to me. And also people use wet beauty blenders with powder. What? Aren't you like making a paste on your face? Well, that's what I would think would happen. Also, because I did my eyebrows earlier, I'm not going to be doing them. So what I did, they were bushy. Like, I have not done them for so long. So I had to do them because I couldn't do this video looking like that. Okay, so next is I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Medium Beige. And then I'm just going to put it on the places where I want a bit more coverage. So if you have like pimples or like any blemishes that you want to get rid of, this is when you will put your concealer on. Just so that your face, it looks, I don't know how to explain it, like healthier, I don't know. Like, you don't want to look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, but you still want to like hide those imperfections that you might have. So I don't really care about my pimples. I have this little spot here, maybe I'll Add those 2, 3. And then go in with your brush, and then you want to like buff it. You don't want to like rub it around. So the reason I do it with a brush is because a brush gives more coverage, right? But I don't only do it with a brush. So I usually go like around the edges first. And I go in with a beauty blender afterwards just to like push it into my skin. But I first go in with a brush so I can just keep that coverage. That little that we actually have. Then I go in with my beauty blender. And just blend it nicely. So like this is a nice thing for like, let's say you get invited somewhere last minute, or like a party, or your mom's like we're gonna go for breakfast with this person. Then like it's nice because you don't need to do a lot, but you still look pretty. You know what I mean? Okay, so for this look I use a lot of contour because I still want to look like, I want to look healthy, but I don't want to look like a potato. So I'm going to be using 3 different dark concealers, and they all have a purpose. Okay, so I'm going to use the Kiko Milano Skin Tone Concealer. I don't know what shade this is. So the reason I'm using this is because it's the lightest of my contouring colors, and it's quite close to my skin color. So I just do like 3 dots on my cheek, and then little lines here. The reason I do this is because we're not wearing a lot of foundation. It's gonna be difficult to kind of blend a dark color in. So what I do is I do this so that I have first something that's close to my color, and then I take something a bit darker, and then something even darker like to sculpt. So I take something warm, which is this one, and I take a cool tone to make a shadow. You know? Yeah. So then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna buff it in with your, I'm using this brush that has nothing on anymore because I have it for so long. And like if you don't like contour, you can just stop here, just use something slightly darker than your skin color. And yeah, then this could just be where you end with contour, but I like to be snatched, so I use a lot of contour, just like that. I forgot to put on my jawline, so I'm just gonna put like 2 dots. Okay, now I'm going in with the medium contour shade, which is just a bit darker. And then I'm gonna draw lines like that. Doesn't have to be even, really. Okay, but don't like now put like that. Just don't do that. And then on my nose. See, now with this I go a bit more heavy-handed because I want more of the darkness. And I go in with the same brush and just, I like buff it. I don't like rub it really. Just like buff it in. Because if you rub it, that's like when you get streakiness. So you just like busy like patting it basically. It's the only way I can explain. Just like that. And then in my hairline I like rub it in because I want that blended.
A few moments later.
Now finally I'm gonna use the darkest one. So now I see like my foundation doesn't look like Casper anymore that much. So with this I use very little. Like I still use more than what I did with the lightest one, but I use much less than the medium one. Just like a dot and like a little, and then here I use quite a bit because like I wanted to find jawline, so yeah. And I also do the jawline first because I don't want that to dry down and then I have like a stripe on my face. Now I'm just going back in with some concealer on my nose. And then I'm going to use my finger to tap it in, just so it doesn't move too much. Okay, now your skin is basically done. All I do is, like when I have a dewy skin look, I don't like to use powder on my face, like blush, because then it's going to stick and be like, oh, dull stuff. So I use a lipstick. Yeah, so I'm using a Cardell lipstick from Wet n Wild. This is the shade, doesn't have a name, but the shade is E515D. And then I'm just gonna make 2 big old strips, and then I put some on my nose and a little bit like here where the contour meets my highlight, and then a tiny bit on my chin. Now that you look stupid, just go in with your foundation brush again, and then you're gonna just do the same. With this you can be a bit like, you can rub it a little bit, but still basically a buffing. I remember like when I started doing makeup and it was like that whole matte and all that, I hated blush. Like I hated it. I did not want to wear blush because I felt like I looked like an old lady. And now, after doing makeup for like a while, I think I overdo blush a little bit. But you know, during your progression you go through different stages, so I can't care if my blush looks bad right now, because like back in the day my eyebrows, jeez, those were bad. Now I'm going to set my concealer and stuff, but I do it very lightly because I still want that dewy finish. So now I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender, and then I'm just gonna stamp it like under my eyes. I'm not gonna bake it though, I'm gonna buff it, like blend it in with my beauty blender. Oh, I stab myself in the eye. And then you can see I still have that shine to my skin. I'm also gonna set my nose because I have a very oily nose, so this needs to be set, and also my chin. I hate that I can't listen to music, because like when I do my makeup I listen to music like no one's business. So it really sucks that I can't listen to music, but oh well. Now moving on to the eyes. I'm just gonna, because I don't want to put highlight on because I just want this to sink in a bit. So yeah, moving on to the eyes, I take my concealer. Now because I did my eyebrows already, this would be where you would do your brows, but I tinted my eyebrows, so I'm not gonna fill them in. So I'm just gonna put some concealer on. Right, I don't set it. Now I'm gonna go in with my Call Me palette by Makeup Revolution, and then I'm going to use that shade over there called Confidence, and I'm gonna put that in my crease. Right, it's a very soft, I don't know what color this is, but it's like a nudish brown color. So just gonna put that. And then like connect it to your nose contour like there. Okay, Now I'm going to go into the color Addicted, which is this like tan brown. It's kind of yellowy. And then I'm just gonna define, increase a little bit more. And I'm using very little of this because it isn't that dark, but it shows up and you don't really want that much eyeshadow on because you're just trying to enhance the shape of your eye. And then I like to like blow it out a bit. Now that you have that, I like to go in and then just smoke my under eye out a little bit. So I just go in with the same shades again. First with the Confidence. And then with Addicted. Okay, now that your lower lash line is nice and smoky, I'm gonna go in with this colorful palette that I have from the internet. And then I'm gonna go into the white shade. So I'm gonna use a flat brush for this, and I'm gonna like get a lot of that white. And then what I'm gonna do is just like pat it onto my lid, but mostly the front portion, like the inner corner, right? And then I'm like basically doing a cut crease, just sculpting out my lid with this white shadow. And then you go back in with the brush that you were using, and then you just blend those edges out. And then just like sweep over the white just to soften it a bit. And then you can go back in with a tiny bit more white just to redefine the shape a little bit. See? Okay, now I'm gonna do that on the other eye and then I'll be back. Now that you have that done, I'm gonna go in with a flat brush again, and then I'm gonna go into a black eyeshadow, any matte black eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use this one from the Kami palette called Dark Side. Choose that one, and then you just take the smallest little bit on your brush, and then you go in at your lash line as close as you possibly can, and you like just smoke it out just to define your lashes and make them a bit thicker. So now I'm going to use my mirror because I don't have glasses on, I can't see. So you can also pull your eye a bit just to make it a bit tighter, just like that. And then you do the same on the other side. I quickly went off camera and curled my lashes and put on mascara. So if you want to leave it this way, you can, but I want to wear lashes. So if you don't wear lashes, then this is fine. You can end here with the eyes. But I'm going to be applying lashes. Where's the other one? Okay. I'm going to be using these lashes. They're very wispy. So yeah, these are the ones I'll be using. And then I'm going to put these on and I'll be back. Okay, now that I have my lashes on, I love lashes. I don't wear them every day and I would die if I had to wear them every day, but I love them. Okay, for the highlight, I'm going to do my highlight next. I'm using this Liquid Luminizer Strobing Pen by Catrice in the shade Ready for Champagne. Okay, that took long. So I'm just going to twist it so that some product comes out, and then I'm gonna apply this quite heavily just because I love highlighter, and then I'm gonna blend it in with my finger. Okay. Now I do my lips, and for lips I'm going to do it very like neutral-ish. So I'm gonna go in with this lip liner that I got from I Can't Remember Where, and it's a dark brown. You could just use any dark brown liner. And then I'm gonna line my lips. Add my favorite Essence Vibrant Shock lip paint in the color Voyeur, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix that. And then go back in with the hot pink just to bring some color. I think that's it. Oh no, the last thing I do just to like tie it all together, I like to go in with a black liquid liner. I'm using the one from Essence, and then I just redefine all my beauty marks that I just covered up, and I do this very lightly, so I like wipe almost everything off of the brush, and then I just go in and I just pat it just to take some of it off. And then I want to set it with some setting spray, and that's it. You just loosen my mane, and that's the finished makeup look. It's very subtle, like the eyes are soft, and you don't have to wear lashes, and it will look even more natural. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and please like and subscribe, and see you next time.